Welcome. This is a meditation called I Will Go Down and See. Let's settle down, let your eyes close, or let your gaze rest softly on one point in front of you. Take a breath in and let it out slower than it came. Notice your feet on the floor, your back supported by the chair. Notice the sounds in the room. No need to identify them or do anything about them. Just let them be there, coming and going. Now notice your body, where it's touching the chair, where it's touching the floor. Let your weight actually rest there. No need to hold yourself up right now. Loosen your jaw if it's clenched. Drop your shoulders if they've crept up. Take one more breath in through the nose and a longer breath out, like you're letting something go that you've been holding without noticing. You're here, nothing to arrive at, just this room, the body, the breath. From this settled place, I want to bring in a verse. If it's helpful, you can begin a gentle bilateral tap now, alternating hands on your knees or crossing over your chest butterfly style. Just a slow, steady rhythm, left, right, left, right, left, right. Let it run underneath everything that follows. This verse, I will go down now and see, da na the e. This verse is spoken about a place already headed toward judgment, and yet, even there, the Rebbe teaches something. What looks sealed was not, in fact, sealed. A verdict once given doesn't move, but a reality can still change. And when the reality underneath changes, the verdict that depended on it has nothing left to stand on. Erdana, the is when Hashem goes down to observe the city of Sodom. This is a reality situation that the halacha will draw from. It's not exactly the same situation, but let's see what we can find out as we go. Still tapping. This is what you're invited into, not to argue with whatever feels decided about you, not to fight from outside. Tapping slow and even. Sitting with this for a moment. Bring to mind a city. See it from a distance. Walls, gates, closed. Something inside the city has gone off course. Not one person, but the whole city together, drifted into a single reality that couldn't sustain itself. From outside, it looks fixed, finished, a place already judged. Visualizing a city. This is a theoretical city that never was and never will be in the land of Israel with established infrastructure, court of law, inhabitants, a Jewish city. But the city has gone off course. The whole city drifted into a single reality that couldn't sustain itself. Underneath the walls, underneath the drift, something else was always true. These people were never really separate from one another. Their bond wasn't something they built. They were born into it, reaching down to the root of who they are. That root binds the souls and reaches into the body, into family, and everything the person holds and touches. Let's just visualize that Jewish city where there is a bond, a soul that's shared. This bond extends to their property, to the physical place they live in. The verse says the people inside are the same people, the same city. They drifted into a direction that they shouldn't have gone. As a collective, they turned to something broken to define God's will and wisdom. How might this whole city become one thing again, but restored? Watch as something inside turns. Watch what happens to that shared reality they built. It doesn't shatter. It stops holding. The way a held breath lets go, not because anyone forces it, but because there's no reason left to keep holding it. the unity, the collective, the majority that served Avodah Zarah, idol worship, broke down when individuals started to do tshuva from the depth of their hearts. It's the same people, but something that looked sealed, that the city was condemned, is no longer condemned. Let your hands stay still. Let your feet feel that in your own body, somewhere in you, there may be a place that feels sealed, like a city already judged, a tightness, a story that feels finished, beyond changing. And maybe, too, there's a relationship, a family, a community that started to feel fixed this way, as though this is simply how it was and always will be. You were never on your own. Whatever binds you to the people closest to you goes deeper than any one moment between you. Once the individuals in this theoretical city start to turn and do tshuva, return to Hashem, the city no longer qualifies as a condemned city. The reality changes. You don't need to argue with, you don't need to tear down the wall. Let your attention rest there, the way you'd rest a hand on someone's shoulder, just being with them. You are never only on your own. Whatever binds you to the people closest to you goes deep into the soul. Let's breathe here. Now notice, may I love on its own. Notice any shifting, not because you're forcing it. Notice if something turned. If nothing shifted yet, that's all right. The city and the sicha didn't become something new through effort. It returned to the reality that had been concealed. What followed, followed on its own. What matters is you let something inside turn. That's the whole work. Let's go back to the breath, to the body in the chair. Erdana, the era, he goes down to see what's true. We see the collective condemned city is no longer condemned. because the collective has turned. The individuals are doing tshuva. Let's carry this back into our day. What we share with the people closest to us shifts the way the cities did, not because anyone forces it to change, but because something turns quietly underneath, and then what depended on it follows. Families soften this way. Communities do too. Not by becoming something new, by remembering what they were always rooted in together. We are looking down at a city that is no longer condemned. The individuals have done tshuva. The collective is connected on a soul level to serve God. Whatever softened here today or didn't, carry it gently. Let the rest happen. May I love. When you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me.